Hey you guys, welcome back to another review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. This show gave me everything on tonight, so let's go ahead and talk about it. LiQWYD.
Welcome back, KOED family. Welcome back. This is our 10th take of this intro. I keep messing up. But anyway, welcome back. KOURTNEY. I'm Eddie, aka KOED. This is my lovely wife,
Courtney, also known as Coco.
Yes, Coco. And this is KOURTNEY. This channel is all about relationships, reviews, and tonight we're going to be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville.
So if you're brand new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you turn your notifications on because you want to always be notified whenever we upload a video. So if you haven't hit the notification, then you may have to unsubscribe and resubscribe again because sometimes people say they don't get the notification even after they subscribe. So just unsubscribe and resubscribe again, and it should say what? ED on the end. That lets you know you in the family, okay? So if you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you hit like and follow. And on all social media sites, comment down below.
Comment down below.
All right, PSA. So before we get into it, of course, we have to always promote ourselves. So right now, we're wearing our KOED wear. So you can find these tees on our website at kourtneyandeddie.com. Right now, my husband is wearing what?
My t-shirt.
They can't hear you in the mic over there.
My t-shirt I created. It says, I keeps it reals. I keeps it reals, meaning that I do keep it real. When I first met her, she said, "Why you?" I keeps the reals. I do. So that's what it means. See, you got a little film logo right there, like film reel. You get it? Play on words.
Yep. All right. So now that you got your fingers all on the mic and they probably all in their ear, just go and put it back on. Get going. Acting like elementary school and kindergarten. Don't know how to get the mic. Everybody can hear all the little scruffling in the mic. So, and also, now that we got that part out the way, also I have teamed up with the Lip Bar. So I'm now an affiliate because you guys have been asking what kind of lipstick I'm wearing. So now if you want to get a discount on the Lip Bar lipstick, they have lip gloss, they have beautiful matte lipstick that I'm wearing, even one right now. You can go down to the description down below. I have put the link in there and you can get a discount if you use the promo code KOEDFAM. Promo code KOEDFAM. So yeah, in all caps. All right, you guys. So now that that's out the way, let's get it started. I
knew you was gonna say that.
Okay.
I knew your old self.
I ain't finna give y'all that little the retro music, right? Retro? It's retro. Oh, okay. All right, so it's called 47 Problems, but this land ain't one. See, down south, they say ain't, we say ain't. That's what we say, ain't y'all.
Now, my question to you on that title, those professors and the teachers in our comments, are y'all gonna correct Love and Marriage Huntsville for that title?
I know that's right.
They say ain't, you
and
know.
It should be
it's
or
not.
We both wrong or something. We can't even agree with the problem. Now y'all gonna get us for that. All right. I thought it's are not. And this land is not or ain't or are. I don't know. Anyway,
it's not.
Ain't mean what? Are not, right? And this land ain't one. Are not.
It's not one.
But it's an I-N, ain't.
This land is not one. Okay. The land are one. That don't even sound right.
Yeah,
because R goes with the plural. The noun had to be plural for use R.
It's not.
So if the noun is singular,
come on now, noun is
you
singular.
gotta use an S like an IS or
something.
something.
I ain't like it in school. I don't like it now. All right. Pronouns, adverbs, all that.
Anyway.
Yep, didn't like it. Don't like it now.
Go ahead.
All right, so Kimmi is talking to Maurice about the situation with Tisha. I'm so over this, but we're going to run on through this because they wanted to talk about it. All right, so Kimmi just basically saying that, you know, Tisha want her to change just for her. You know, we know Tisha spoiled and all that stuff. Tisha wants her to change just for her. So she said that, you know, she don't know. I ain't changed for nobody. Yeah, Maurice was like, yeah, she don't know you. She got to get to know you.
Yeah. long story short, Letitia is spoiled. Letitia is she want people to cater to her. Letitia just want things her way. Kimmi is not gonna change, and hopefully Letitia don't be holding on to the hope that she think Kim is gonna change. If she is, she's gonna be holding on for a long time for that hope, because Kim is not gonna change, which I don't blame her. Be who you are, regardless of who you're around.
Right.
But we're gonna run through that because they still holding on. They still hold on to the old storyline for like 2 or 3 seasons ago.
Yeah, for real. All right, so let's move on to where Tisha was talking to Marsau. And basically, she was talking to Marsau and telling him about the whole thing, and also that her mama wasn't there. And so because her mama wasn't there with no drama, she enjoyed it. She enjoyed her watch. She enjoyed everything, and it was just a drama-free day.
Wanda means no drama. No, I'm sorry.
Minus
Wanda means no drama. Wanda equals no drama. So if you put Wanda's name on the chalkboard, you hit the equal sign, then you put drama on the other side.
Yep.
I like Wanda though. I really do.
Yeah, she do.
Yeah,
I like her. I know a lot of people cannot stand her.
I like her,
I
man.
like her.
Guess what? Know why I like Wanda?
Right.
She keeps it real.
Yeah. Her way. So anyway, she's also talking to Marsau about, the situation with her and Kimmi, and, also that Kimmi alluded to, like wasn't nobody there for her and checking for her and defending her when it came to her and the situation with Kiowa. And of course they showed a clip that, she was just, Kiowa was talking to Tisha, and what Kiowa said?
She's saying it's not right for Kim to come, and interfere with their marriage, her marriage with Maurice.
And Tisha had come and she said something.
Yeah, Tisha said something. Well, yeah, that's shady.
Yeah.
I said, okay, Tisha. Okay.
I don't even know if there's facts or not. But anyway, because I can imagine that Tisha was put in an awkward spot, but she didn't have to say that part. You know what I'm saying? So she could have said something else.
Oh, she could, like you said, you're right. She could have said something else. But yeah, she just added on to the drama with that.
So let's move on to where T-Man, which is Tisha's brother, he was talking to Marsau and saying, I heard you got an outside baby out here. Nah.
He didn't sound like that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my impression. Because when it's nonsense, it's just like, got an outside baby. No, he didn't sound like that.
He didn't sound like that. But no, the whole crew from Belsom went to Huntsville to confront Marsau, basically, you know what I'm saying, about the outside babies and the other side of the railroad tracks, and hey, that's what they do. That's what people in Belsom do. They gonna defend what they believe is right. So hey.
So I was sitting there watching that when it was alluded to that, because a blogger kind of put that out there off of something that Marsau and Tisha, they was on the live, and it was something that he said. So anyway, not sure if that's true or not, but yeah, it was actually, a big thing on social media. So that's probably where T-Man got it from. And so, they was having a conversation, what you had said, because he was like, Marsau was like, I'll still stay with you if you had an outside child.
Ooh, yeah, Marsau's playing that seed. That's what he did. He playing that seed to Letitia. I keep messing her name up.
It's Trish. It's
Tisha.
Tasha. With an E.
Tasha. Is it Tasha or Tisha?
No, it ain't no Tasha.
Which way is it?
It's Tisha.
Tisha, okay.
Tisha,
okay.
You can just say T. Because that's
Tisha.
what Kimmi calls
Anyway, Marsau, I thought, was trying to be kind of slick when he did it. He said, baby, if you was to have an outside baby, I still forgive you and take you back. Meaning, if I can forgive you, if I did it, you can forgive me. But T came back, if you did it, I take all of your stuff. I have
everything you got.
Everything.
He said you got everything.
Well, not really, but still, I see the point. I said, all right, Tish, you trying to play hardball. You got that for Miss Wonder. Yeah, that's all right. But that's what I think. I think he was kind of planting that seed to see how, pick her brain, see how would she feel if he was to have an outside baby. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if he do, he better keep the outside inside.
Yeah.
So nobody better not find out about that.
I really don't think they do have an outside baby.
I don't know. I'm putting them past nothing. Ain't nobody.
How you think a lot of these bloggers, they do stuff and say things, and run with it, you get clicks, you know what I'm saying? And me personally, I wouldn't put nothing out there until I know for facts, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want nobody to do me like that, going by hearsay and put something out there and ruin my life, you know what I'm saying? So It is what it is.
All right, so let's move on to Martell. Is knock, knock, knock. Come pick up them children. Knock, knock, knock.
I said, don't she have a doorbell?
I don't know if he rung the doorbell and she didn't come.
Well, man.
I don't know. But anyway, so she comes down there. And
how she came down, baby?
How she came down? She was dressed to impress.
Ooh, yep. Yeah, she
so was. I said, you know what? You better go, because she had, I thought she had on some platform shoes at first, but then, I don't know, sitting on the porch, on the steps, it seemed like she had on some slides. I don't know if that was just her house wear, her house attire, but girlfriend looked good, because what? You got to always up your game, honey. Let him know what he done missed. What he missed.
Yeah, all I know.
So, yeah, she looked good.
Yeah, she did. She did. So... But when she was coming down them steps, what I noticed is how she was smiling when she saw Martell at the door. She still loves some Martell. And I know y'all Mel and Maurice was going to be like, no, he did. Yeah, that may be the case. Martell probably did do wrong. But Mel still loves that man. Ain't no way around it. Okay?
So they was having a conversation about, one thing, him not picking up the kids on time. Of course, he said, okay, yeah, you can go and have them, keep them, whatever. And because, she wanted to talk to him outside and basically just kind of say, hey, I think we need to do co-parenting counseling. That's all kinds of counseling for everything. But co-parenting counseling. And so Mel said that, I didn't like the disrespect that's going on social media with what you're doing. And he was like, of course, Martell coming. Like, what disrespect? What are you talking about? So I think she was talking about the picture that put out, with, I think, is her name Melania? I think that's the baby name Melania, looking at him. I told her she was looking at him crazy. Like, who did?
You my daddy for real? That's what she looking like.
She like,
what you doing? Yeah, you my daddy.
Yeah, the facial expression is priceless.
Yeah, I remember my first time kind of noticing that picture on this episode, and you're right, man. That baby was like, "Who are you?"
She like,
"You trying to do?
You want to take a picture?" Okay, because of what she was looking up. But
where
so
you been at?
Where you been? Now you want to take a photo op? Yeah, I'm just seeing you out the couple of weeks or a month. Now you want to take a photo op? Oh, okay.
I forgot how you look like. Where you been?
So anyway, so he was like, what disrespect and stuff. And she was like, you going around saying different things about me. Of course they showed him on the interview with Dr. Heavenly. Of course they showed him on the interview with Steve Harvey. Of course they showed him on the interview with Funky Dineva.
No, he was on the interview with him. She was. He called in.
I meant to say exactly. You're right, baby. I meant to say that.
Yeah.
And then he tried to call, and I watched the interview. So yeah, he tried to call in to try to interject. And from what Funky Dineva said at that time, he was like, "I've been trying to get in touch with this dude for a minute. So now he want to call me when he see that I'm on the interview with you." So anyway, but yeah, so she was like, all that disrespect and stuff like that. Of course, he was always, got an excuse for everything. So she was just basically saying, I want to co-parent.
Yeah, but he did man up and say, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. It wasn't the time to post a picture out there. He said, I'm going to claim all my kids, but the timing was bad, which it was. It was bad. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. He was being paid at the same time when he posted that picture. But, he manned up this time, said it was wrong, and did he apologize for it?
I don't know if he apologized.
But he said he was wrong for doing it. So
yeah. So now we get some kind of weird bad editing.
Ooh, they chopped that scene up. Chop.
All we see is Mel going up the steps. And
he knocking on the door again.
Knocking on the door again. So what had happened? Is this a different house? Why did she disappear? And then the mama answered the door.
Did Martell go through a black hole and appear on the other side of the black hole? I'm saying, is that the same house?
Yeah. Did Mel get mad? Not gonna say that Mel got mad, slammed the door in his face, and he had to re-knock. I get that.
But it didn't happen that way.
It didn't seem like it happened that way. But anyway, that was just some bad editing, y'all.
They chopped that thing up too bad, man. Y'all elders, y'all gonna have to get better, man, because we had to rewind it 2 or 3 times. What happened?
It's a little lost.
What happened? Well, they just dropped the mom out of the sky, put her in the room.
We didn't know she was there. But anyway, so Miss Vanessa opened the door, and so Martell tried to hug her, and she just straight body and stuff like that. So she said about the disrespect as well, and he was like you know, she said, you know, we need to talk about that later. And he was like, nah, we ain't gonna need to talk about it later because that right there between basically I think him and Mel, and you know, it's kind of, you know, we'll deal with it, but nah, I don't want to talk about it. So anyway, so I think she has said that, I don't know if she called him disrespectful or something like that. But go and get to the part because I know your eye twitching. You can't wait to get to that.
No, he was telling the kids come down because their grandma went to the hand. When a woman go to the hand, it's time to disband because you need to just go somewhere else. But anyway, I really think I don't think he handled that whole situation poorly in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I understand there's some tension between him and the mom, but still, that's still your grandma or your kid's grandmother. You know what I'm saying? And I understand Martell's getting to the point that he's getting tired of getting picked on, but bruh, you made your own bed like you said. So all this heat is going to come to you. So you did it, you got to take it. But take it with class, man. You know what I'm saying? If she want to talk to you, you say, well, yeah, I did it. But it's a way, to me, I would, knowing that I made this bed, I got to lay in it, I would handle it much as best as I can. Meaning that, yeah, come on, bring it on. Because I know I mess up, bring it on. You just do what you got to do.
That's what a real
bring it on. I screwed up. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, your mom want to come after me. You want to come. I get it. I got to do something, you know, and do it better. But that's just how I always did. But yeah, he dropped the ball on that scene, in my opinion.
All right, so let's move on to Marsau and Maurice. So, Kimmi and Marsau and Maurice are having to sit down and having a conversation. And they basically was saying something about, you know, they trying to get Marsau, I guess, to working this summer. So, you know, they're saying something about the grass. And so he said he was going to get a ride lawnmower to cut that grass, honey.
Oh, these kids nowadays, man. I remember back in my day, man, we didn't have a gas lawnmower. You know, the old lawnmowers, you had to push and pull back, and you got to. That's why I had to use to cut grass. You know, it had no motor on it or anything. You had to push more, basically. You know, and now these kids say, man, I don't cut grass. I got to get me a ride more.
Man, them AirPods in.
Man, times have changed, man. You wonder why kids are soft nowadays.
And so they got a chance to sit down and call Kyle. So, well, Maurice did. So he said, I'm going to call, you know, because they talked about, you know, what school he decided to go to as far as college.
Yeah. No, high school.
Oh, high school.
No, Monster ain't old.
I know, but I still thought they were talking about college.
No, Monster decided what high school he wanted to go to. So, you know, I guess that was a big decision. And Maurice said, okay, let's call your mom, you know, and tell her the good news. And he called Kyra, and
her name is Kiowa. You gonna interrupt me and hijack the conversation? Make sure you say the names correctly.
Kiowa, Hawaii. Oh God!
You said that the first time you found out her name.
Man, God, where are these names from, man? But anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
Finish.
Okay, you want to finish? All right, so he calls Kiowa, and you know, I can see is a better relationship between Maurice and Kiowa. Okay, so they was talking, and I didn't pick it up, but you did.
I did.
Yeah. Then Kimmi said, "Hey," I said, "Okay, yeah." And Kimmi said, "If you gonna make a decision, even though I'm the bonus mom, you gonna make a decision. You gonna talk to the real mom. I need to be included," which it is true. You know. It's a whole package. You got to include everybody. And I think me personally, being a dad and, you know, being a man, the reason why Maurice did the way he was doing it, because he trying to keep the peace. He felt like if Kim got involved or Kyle saw Kim and one of them made a smart comment and everything was dissolved. But I think right now they're in a better place.
Well, still, I mean, that right there will have to be worked out. I think both of them sensible to not do things in front of the son.
Yeah,
so, you know.
But Maurice wasn't going to take that chance.
But I think he does that a lot.
Yeah, he
does. Because she said in the confessional, she was just like, you know, she don't know why Maurice do that.
I know why
And she said that, you know, she have to be like, hey, you know.
Yeah, you know, especially from the last season when Kyle and Kim got together and there was a big stink about it, you know. So he's basically trying to keep them separated, keep the peace. But y'all family now. That's impossible to do. You're gonna have to bring them together if you like it or not. You know, so they're gonna have to work that thing out between Kim and Kyle.
Monster done grew up, so
he shot up like a bean sprout. Man.
So Kimmi said that she wanted to talk to Kyle, about the graduation that she wanted to do for Monster and everything. And then Kyle was like, okay, that's great, sounds good. She's like, I also want to talk to you guys. I want to have a sit down conversation and talk to you, kind of clear the air about some things. So what did Maurice say?
Maurice, I'm talking to you, bro. I feel you. I probably done the same thing to make an awkward joke in a serious situation. I've done it before, and that joke it falls flat. But when you got two women trying to mend their friendships, you gotta just step back and let that happen. Don't throw a little lame joke out there and run the whole thing and derail the whole thing like Kimmi said. So yeah, Maurice, he's still a little immature. He like to. Hey, I'm still immature too.
Let's move on to Mel meets her friend Tiffany. They met 7 years ago, and so Mel wants to bring Tiffany in to basically sit down and talk to her about what she wants to do. She wants to hire some interns for Alabama State, Alabama A&M, from the school, right?
Yeah.
From the college. Which one she used to go to? What's in Huntsville, child? Alabama Alabama State, right?
Alabama State is in Montgomery.
Okay.
Alabama A&M is in Huntsville.
Which one is the Burgundy?
A&M.
I like them.
No, you don't.
No, you're right. Sometimes I be going for state too when I just go to the class. I just go by the colors, child. I don't be caring about the school. I just be going by the colors.
That's the thing in all sports. Ooh, they got pretty colors. I'm going
go
over there. They be losing.
If I like their colors, baby, I'm for you.
Yeah.
So anyway, she wants to hire some interns from her old school. And so Tiffany, as we discover, of course, they just kind of slowly introducing
her. They did it the right way this time.
They slowly introducing her. So it finds out that she is newly married. So she newly married, but this is her second marriage. And so Mel was talking to her, like, how did she get over when she was divorced? Because, she had to go through some things, Mel, as we know. And, kind of heal from all of that. So she shared her experience and stuff, and she was like, I had some good days and sometimes I had some really, really bad days. She said, but I eventually got over it and I got through it. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, Jessica, that's her name, right?
Tiffany. Y'all be talking about me. He be pulling names all like a wazoo. It don't even be having nothing to do, not even close.
Okay, Tiffany is an easy name. All right, Tiffany actually came in there to help Mel to balance her brand. Because like Mel said, she has her real estate and her singing and something else she had. Plus she raising 4 kids. So she was trying to get Tiffany to help her out with her branding. But to me, Tiffany is a beacon of hope for Mel. Hear me out. She saw how Tiffany got over her divorce and got married, found the good man and got remarried. So Mel might say, okay, yeah, if I see how Tiffany did it, maybe that can happen to me. So and it's sometimes good to have somebody in your circle that going through something, or been through something that you've been through, and you see they came out on the good end of it. So it gives you hope.
The same way as with us. We was previously married before, and hey, we are married again. But Mel said that one thing about it, she loved to taste the peace, honey. It feels good. And she don't want to let that go. Now, that's one thing about it. Me personally, I'm going to speak for me. But when I got divorced and I got that taste of peace, I was like, oh, no, I ain't going back to no chaos. I ain't going back to no confusion. That peace is everything. You can be broke, but still be at peace. That's it, I'm finna preach. You can hardly have this much food in the refrigerator, but you can still be at peace. You would just be in an apartment or a house with no furniture. That was me. With just peace, because you want your peace. That means everything. That's your whole mindset. You can't even think right if you don't have your mind.
Well, they always said a peace of mind is probably worth $1 million, man.
That's the truth. So let's move on to Martell is visiting Chris. So Martell first said that he having a flashback from being on the porch because he know that Mel had threw that glass at him from talking sideways. And I ain't gonna say he deserved it, but yeah. And so he was telling him that the 47 acres closed. So Chris said, you know, the developers want Mel to build a custom home on that land. So Martell said, hold up, wait a minute. You should have never been talking about ex-wife. You should have came to me first, Chris, about this. Go ahead.
Well, yeah.
You had a lot to say about this. Go
ahead. You know, I've been in that position before. You go into business with friends or whatnot, and my main thing, never go into business with friends. Because 9 out of 10 it's not going to end well.
They say friends and family.
Yeah, and family. You know, something's going to happen. But yeah, it's just a bad idea for me. But that situation, the way Martell explained it was that, hey man, you my friend. I'll put you on this to put money in your pocket, okay? But you didn't return the favor to me. And instead of coming to me with it, you went to my ex-wife. He said, that's understandable. You should have came to me, see what would have been okay for you to go to my ex-wife and ask her about it. I'm kind of torn on that, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to try to keep business and friendship separated. And Martell, he's still stuck in the friend zone when it comes to business. And Chris, he's looking at the business standpoint.
Business, bro.
And so that's why I said going in business with your friends is difficult, man, because if you and your friends not on the same page, it will affect your friendship. So, but I see Martell's standpoint, then I see Chris' standpoint on it. So, no, that's a tough call for me.
I don't know if it was like Chris had more to say, but it seems like maybe it was some editing that took place, because it was like when Chris got ready to speak, he said, but it was kind of like it was cut off. So I'm not sure if what Martell was saying was 100% truth, or we just don't know the whole story. But anyway,
yeah, I'm just going by when Martell was saying he put Chris onto this thing.
Yeah.
Martell could have went somewhere else for the same thing, but he went to his boy and said, "Hey man, I'm gonna put you on so you can make money and I can make money.
All right.
Your pocket get fat, my pocket get fat." So.
All right, so let's move on to the next scene where Mel and Martell meet up. So first of all, Mel pull up in that big-bodied Suburban. You all chill. That big, like, chilling to the side like he doing. That big-bodied Suburban. I said, yep, she needs something. Well, all them children, she needs something.
Yes, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. With her non-driving self. You see how quickly she parked in the parking space? You know, if I was that car next to that thing, and she parked next to my car like that, oh man. It would have been on the park.
Probably used to them driving that.
Yeah, man.
They're like a bus.
Yeah, I know she swung the door, hit the other car with it. Because it was so tight.
So Mel and Martell are having their first confessional tape together after the divorce, and I must say they look good together. I must say they look good. I like to see it. I like to see them together, even if they're not together personally, but just being able to sit together. I mean, that's a big, huge step. They both look good. Mel look good. I mean,
yeah, they both look good. You know, and to me, they are a beautiful black couple. They are. And yeah, I hate Martell screwed up, man. I hate that, man. You know, because they do have that look like this is what a black couple should look like, especially a young, successful black couple. You know,
with children,
that's right. Yeah, but they did look good together. They were dressed to impress. So, yeah.
And just because, now I'm not saying that they should get back together, because let me tell you something, looks are deceiving, because just because you look good together don't mean you good for each other. So that's two different things. So some people will look at a person and say, "Ooh, y'all look good together, y'all should never got divorced." You ain't in them folks' marriage, because you ain't got to deal with what folks got to deal with.
But
I wasn't talking to you, baby.
I know, but I'm just saying, yeah, that's true what you just said. But it was more than just the way they looked on screen together.
Oh, they vibe.
It was a vibe. It was a vibe. And that's what I picked up on more than anything.
That's true.
The vibe, like, okay, yeah, there's something still there between them two. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made that scene look so beautiful, because of that vibe. Not the way they looked, but the vibe they had.
That's true. Okay, so they're headed to the co-parenting counseling. And he said that one thing about it when they was having their confessional is that, you know, he felt Dr. What's his name? Dr. Francis. I don't know why I got Frank. Dr. Francis was biased, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't giving examples, and he was more, to me, what he was saying is he was more looking out for you more so than me and all that stuff. So, you know, Martell just didn't want to hear the whole truth.
Yeah.
That's what that man was doing.
Yeah, when Martell, when he get uncomfortable with a situation, he gonna make excuses to get out of it, and that's what he did. What Dr. Francis was doing is telling you the hard truth that you didn't want to hear. You thought by him being a man, he was gonna side with you 9% of the time.
And another thing, don't be putting that man and messing up his career.
You ain't lying. I said, ooh. This dude gonna get some bad reviews on Yelp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's one thing about it that I don't like about Martell. Just like that time he threw Chris up under the bus and talk about, well, you cheated on your wife. I would never be friends with Martell because he's too flippant at the mouth. When you don't say what he wants you to say, he too flippant. So yeah, I wouldn't fool with him. But I think Mel was saying kind of like, you know, Nell and Chris were good counselors for us. They kind of helped us. And so he was like, yeah, they were really good. So basically she was saying, what happened? Because you didn't take their advice. So, yeah.
Basically that's what she ain't trying to do. Yeah.
So I noticed one thing. Martell opened her door. Martell pulled that chair out. She was like, he's such a gentleman.
I thought she was being petty at first. But
I think she was being a little sarcastic. Yeah. But yeah, he's a gentleman, but that's about all he probably can do. All right, so they are in counseling, and so the counselor asked how the kids, and Martell just basically like, well, they're fine, they're good. You know what I'm saying? They're working through, they're going to school. Mel, on the other hand, said, that's not true.
You know why that happened?
Why?
I really think the kids, first of all, Martell might not spend a lot of time with the kids like Mel does. So they're going to open up to Mel more than they do with him.
And but he still definitely should still be in tune with his children, especially they were together, you know, in one household as parents. So you should kind of know when your children's behavior changes. Male or female, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Let me tell you something. I told my oldest son this. I said, I noticed when his behavior changed when he was smaller, you know, and he was like, you did? I did, because I'm in tune with you. He never said a word about nothing, but I noticed when something shifts. And so
now you're thinking women just have that motherly instinct. They more in tune with their kids.
Well, the kids are, so she said that her daughter, and I can't remember their name because they all M's. But I think it's her oldest daughter is more reserved now. She said her son has a little resentment toward his father. You know, that's something that Martell should have picked up. And the daughter wrote a song about a broken heart. So, you know, so she said, yeah, it's some stuff there, you know, and I'm glad that Mel was honest in that area, because we know that as viewers, we know those children need counseling. So Miss Price, the counselor, that's her name. So she was saying, well, how can we resolve this issue? Mel said that Martell doesn't pick up the kids on time. So he's not one to pick up the kids on time. Sometimes he'll say, okay, can they stay over there a little bit longer? You can say Martell's side. Well, can they stay over there a little bit longer, blah, 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 whatever. And Martell said what?
Well, you know, him struggling, sometimes, you know, you need to take a little extra time to get his life right, I guess. He don't have the money, and, you know, his finances are suffering, and things are just different for the guy right now. He's trying to adapt. So
he's trying to rebuild.
Well, adapt, rebuild, get more work, and it sounds like he's struggling.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
So at that moment, Mel starts, you know, tearing up, you know. So she just, you know, tearing up and stuff. And he asked, did you have some tissue? And so she said, no, I don't. I was like, counselor.
They found some because
probably somebody went to the restroom and probably gave some. But I'm saying, counselor, you ain't got no tissue. She said, no, I don't. You ain't get up and get counselor. Now, come on now. You talking about Dr. Francis.
That's my, she probably sent somebody to CVS across the street, get some tissue and bring it back.
Went to the bathroom, probably got that little water.
No, I saw some tissue, yeah.
So anyway, so Mel starts to crying, and she said the one reason why she's crying because it's hard to see him go through this. You know what I'm saying? So there was still some empathy for what he was going through. Even though some of that stuff was said that he brought it on himself. Didn't he say that? He said he knew that he brought a lot of that stuff on himself, but it's still hard. And Martell gets a little emotional and, you know, at that moment.
Yeah. Well, Martell, you know, I think he's feeling sorry for himself, and that's why he started crying. I think, you know, he thought about all the stuff he did to Mel, and, you know, all types of emotions comes up, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to see them go through this, man. She crying, he crying, and it could have been a simple fix if Martell did the right thing. And she even said that Martell asked her every other day, can he come back?
In the confession. And he was like, when? And I didn't say that. I be asked by my church.
Yeah, but he said, the only reason I said it because I want, you know, be there for the kids. And he wants to come back. The ball right now is in Mel's court. You know, is she gonna let him back or not? And me personally, I think she will. Mm-hmm. I think she will.
Not from what I just seen that latest Instagram thing, but anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that. So, but when he was crying and she was like, oh, well, I don't know if she said oh, but she rubbed him. What he did?
Girl, stop playing.
He was like, God, don't be rubbing me. You know, stuff. And she was like, but it was joking. But he was like, why he do it like that? You know, look, I'm like this. If I'm crying and I'm emotional, if you rub me, all it do is make it worse. I understand the gesture when people, but all it do is make it worse. And I think at that time,
it's a mental thing.
He was trying not. No, for me, it's not.
It's a mental thing.
I think when people, you know, say, yeah, it make it work for me. But I think what he was trying not to do is break down on TV.
Well, you know, first of all, I don't cry as much. Second of all, if I was to cry and you rub me, you know, all you gonna do like. I'm gonna man up, you know what I'm saying? I'm not.
Well, that's everybody different.
That's what I'm saying. You know, cause somebody rub you while you about to break down. I mean, you're gonna break down even more.
I said, as for me,
yeah, you the one that said, well, when you know how some people rub you and you just break down even more. No, not everybody.
Anyway, don't y'all be fooled to think that he's just this hard person. I promise you, he's not.
I'm ex-military. I'm ex-military. We don't cry.
If y'all was really to know the true tea, honey. But that's okay. I may have to get a Patreon and share some stuff about him. But anyway. All right, so.
What I paid for the Patreon for? Ain't nothing happening. Because ain't nothing gonna happen.
I have a hidden camera, honey. So, anyway, so, yeah, they was talking about the kids and everything. So, one thing that we did notice at the counselor example, Dr. Phantom get no example. You know how, so this counselor gave an example.
A great example.
Of her situation, what she was going through, because she was, I think, divorced. And
she never said. She said,
go ahead, share that part, baby.
Oh, my God, you put a lot of pressure on me. No, what she was saying that when her husband found out he had an outside child, she took it upon herself to ask her husband, can they all have a meeting so he can explain to their son that the family dynamics has changed. So, but she wanted to be there. And by her being there, showed their child that even though things are changing, they're still a team. To me, that's a great example, you know what I'm saying? Because when you go and your mom not there, you're going to say, whoa, what's going on? You know, something ain't right. Mom ain't here. Are they mad at each other? So a child, that's what they're going to take in. So when she said that and did that, I thought, wow, you know, I didn't think about it that way, but it makes so much sense.
Yeah. So she was saying, don't lose your team, you know.
Right.
So at that moment, she was like, oh, they high five. So I thought it was a great segue. I thought it was very beneficial to him. And just to give a little backstory with me, when I found out that, you know, that my, of course, husband at the time, but ex-husband now, is that when he stepped out on the marriage and he got 1, 2, 3 outside children, one in particular that I knew about at that time, I wanted to make sure that my sons knew that they had a sister, and then they got a brother, and then they got a sister. So I wanted to make sure that they were connected and they knew that. So yeah, I brought her over to the house. I loved on her, you know, because that's what you do, because you want your children not to grow up and needing therapy. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Right. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your own self for the sake of your children. So I think basically what it's saying there, you may not agree with him having an outside child, but just make it cohesive for the children's sake. You know, but anyway. All right, so let's segue on, move on to when they was getting ready to leave, and so of course they was talking about, you know, Chris.
Yeah, they were talking about Chris. They went back and forth, but the subject at hand to me was overshadowed by their playfulness. They little playful bickering they had. You know, they were bickering, but they were playing and smiling at the same time.
Guys, on that note, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget that we have a live interview. If you watch Put a Ring on It, if it doesn't get canceled, we have a live interview with Dr. Nicole on Monday, which is tomorrow, on Monday. So make sure that you go to our community tab and pull and set your notifications. So it'll be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you check that out, and we will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you. Deuces.